Hi Libra, this is your girl Tiffanee Tarot. What's going on with y'all? Alright, so I'm switching things up, okay? So how I'm doing my spread is I'm gonna do 4 cards over and I'm gonna read it that way, and then 3 cards down, I'm gonna read it that way also. Okay? So that means I'm gonna end up with 12 cards. And what besides the spread being different, what's the big difference is I'm gonna read on here 6 of the cards, right? And then y'all can meet me on my Patreon. I made a Patreon page. So if you want to see the rest of the reading, 6 more cards plus the Oracle deck to get some advice of the overall energy, catch me on my Patreon. Y'all can do a monthly subscription for just getting continuous reading. And then that's one tier. And another tier is I also am going to start doing live streams where I'm going to do live videos where y'all can come in, chat with me, you know, talk about whatever. We can do actual reading, or and or if y'all have y'all want a question, if y'all want to put it in a question, and I'll answer your questions. 3 cards y'all for each person, 1 question, okay? And plus with that tier, you also get the continuous readings. So yeah, go to my Patreon. To reach my Patreon, there's a link below in the description box. And also on my new websites, www.tiffanetarot.com, tiffanetarot.com. You can find the links there from the Patreon, from my social media accounts. Book your personal readings. Yes, making appointments. There's a forum where we can do an open chat, and I'm gonna start blogging. All right, get more connected with me on my website, social media accounts. All right, Libras. And also don't forget to like this video, comment below, let me know how this resonates, and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel and share my videos, share my channel, let everybody else know where the magic's at. Alright, Libras, tap into the energy of Libra, sun sign, rising sign, moon sign, and Venus sign. What's going on with the Libras? What kind of messages do we have for the Libras? What kind of messages do we have for the Libras? Messages do we have for the Libras? Alright, ooh, hair font. I picked it up in reverse. So I'm going to read that energy because that might resonate with some people, but I actually read my cards right side up. So in reverse, you could be disconnected spiritually, you could be disconnected religiously. Maybe you're disconnecting yourself from religion. Ooh. Maybe you was born Christian, born Catholic, born Baptist, Christian is like the whole umbrella, right? But whatever religion you was born into, you grew up in, you was heavy in, or you just had that faith. Now you see life things differently. Maybe you go on spiritual now. Spiritual is more independent. Spiritual is more like, instead of being an umbrella, religion of umbrella of people believing in one God, spirituality, you are believing in your God. Like yourself, your higher self. Am I sweating? Your higher self, okay? Which is, I believe, is the same thing, which is different views, okay? You're more connected in tune with yourself, and I feel like a religion is like they want your energy to be connected to this outer being. With spirituality, you're connected with yourself, like you and God, direct communication with God, like your higher self, like you're more in tune. Anyways, or some of you Libras, you could be getting out of a marriage. Okay. Out of a relationship, out of a marriage, committed relationship or marriage. The right side up, that's how I read my cards. You are spiritual. You are religious. You are married. Or marriage is coming your way. You're a leader. Spiritual leader. Okay. Now let's see, and how I do it, I just read it from the top card. I don't shuffle. I'm not going to shuffle anymore. Just each card, I'm going to lay them down and read the energy of each card. Like the first card, yeah, Eight of Cups. You're walking away from something. Like I said, you might be walking away from religion, and you might be going into, like, though he's not walking towards the moon, directly towards the moon. He probably has a pathway he has to take to go in the same direction as the moon. Moon is like your feelings. Moon is your intuition. Moon is like seeing the illusion for what it is. Ooh, Okay, come through with the message, Tiffanee. Spirit, come through. All right, yes, because you see this, you see the truth in things now. You see the truth of how life really works, how the universe really works. Ooh, the universe, your higher self spirit is blessing you with clarity. Ooh, okay, come through, come through. Yes, before you was blinded. You was blinded to the truth and you didn't want to hear it. With those two swords, you got your swords like this up, you was blocking the truth. The blindfold on, you was blocking the truth. You didn't want to see. You probably saw all these spiritual gurus, these tarot readers, these spiritualists, these hippie spiritual people thinking like, oh, they're crazy. What are they talking about? Like, they sound like they really nuts. But really, now the veil has lifted from you. Now you see the truth, and now you seen universe, you seen life, how these spiritualists see it. It's all clicking to you now. It's all making sense. Yes. Now you're releasing that. You're releasing the baggage of the lies, the baggage of illusions, the baggage of bullshit that we've been fed all our lives, all these centuries shit. I mean, I know I'm getting real deep, but if I'm talking to a specific group of Libras, okay, y'all know what I'm talking about. And if not, y'all learning. So y'all learning right now. People who think like, Tiffanee, what the fuck she talking about? This ain't for you. Check the next video, okay? Or the last video or the next video. I see you next time, okay? But for these Libras, this group of Libras who are like finally, and it's a lot, it's nothing but swords. It's 3 swords. 3 swords. It's like you are blocking the lies now. You blocking the lies now, right? You are taking off the blindfold and seeing the truth for really what it is, and now you're walking away from the bullshit. You're walking away from no longer serves you. These are 2 walking away cards. This is how it's lined up. 2 walking away cards. It's like you walking towards the truth and you walking away from bullshit and the lies. It's like how they do religion, how society is, period. They are, it's like they're telling you the truth, but at the same time, they are, how society is now, is they're feeding so much fear into things. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that whatever they're saying is not happening. Shit, it could be, maybe not as in the grain of scale as they making it seem like. And I'm not just talking about like the bug that's been going on for the past year. I'm talking about just a lot of aspects in life. How the media portrays it, how the government portrays it, they make it so negative. It's like they feed off the negativity, they feed off the fear. That what makes them so grand and so powerful, because fear is the easiest thing to tap into, and people rather stay in fear and a negative energy than stay in the energy of love and positivity. It takes work. Like, what you mean, Tiffanee? Like, why would I want to work hard? Either way, you're working hard, first of all. Second of all, because if you're coming from a negative and fearful energy vibe world to get into this positive, loving energy, it takes self-work. It takes inner work. Okay? It takes you looking in the mirror and be like, damn, I was fucked up doing what I did. Oh, I was wrong when I said what I said. Oh, I made a wrong choice. Oh, you know, maybe I am part of the reason why shit went south. Instead of always blaming people. You're getting out of that victimhood. And that takes work to do. To work through all the trauma from your past, your childhood past, from your ancestral past, from your trauma from your parents, from their parents, from their parents, like ancestral trauma and DNA. Like, it goes deep that we have to all uncover, especially when you was really soaked into family, into customs, into traditions. So, sheesh, this is getting deep. I was not expecting this, but this is Libras. It's for a lot of y'all. I mean, this is for everybody. Really need to understand this, but this is coming out for the Libra reading. I just lost my train of thought. But yes, I'm starting to realize, like, whatever messages comes through, I need to think that through, speak it through all the way to the end, and stop interrupting, because I kind of interrupted my thought and And because I interrupted that message, now it's kind of gone, but it's going to come back. I mean, I said the bulk of things, like, you are realizing that the outside world, the governments, the media, basically more so the media, because everybody is tapped into the media, social media, the news, the TV, like a lot of shit that's going on, the news per se, particular, because that's how people get your information, what's going on in the worldly aspect, right? That's a lot of fear. Like, when you watch the news, I never really watched news purposely. Never really cared to watch the news, because when I do catch it, it's always something negative. It's like, you telling me there ain't nothing good going on in the world? Oh, you saw somebody feed a homeless person, which is good. It is good, very good. But what else is big? Or do they even show that part? Do they even talk about how many organizations and groups and peoples or persons that are out there doing great for their community, for the homeless, for the streets, for building up homes and buildings that's for the community? Do they talk about that a lot? I don't know. Or every day? I don't know. But anyways, let's go. So right now you're juggling between two worlds. The world that we are used to, religion, freaking living in fear, living in poverty, the lack mindset, or finally seeing life for how it really is, seeing your life for how it is, seeing the cycles of life, and seeing how you being in tune with yourself, seeing the truth about things, unveiling that veil. You seeing how society, how life really works. Getting out of the matrix is what they call it. It makes sense now, right? You're juggling the two, because everybody around you is in this bubble. Meanwhile, you are expanding your consciousness. You are getting connected to your higher self. It is a lot to juggle, because these people who are in this bubble, they see you and like, oh, this person's crazy, because that's where you were. You believe all these spiritual gurus and all these people speaking how we speak. You thought they was crazy, like they high as fuck, they like in a whole nother planet, they kind of cuckoo. But now you see the truth for what it is. You're like, fuck, now I don't want all these people thinking I'm like that, when I used to think that they people were like that, One more card. Yes, 3 of Pentacles. Oh, I forgot to even. So, yeah, I'm telling you, you're juggling the truth from how society is. The truth, spiritualism, and religion. How society is to now seeing truth, how the universe really works. That you don't need to live in fear. You need to live in positivity. You need to live in truth. You need to live in love. Be in the energy of love. Oh, that wasn't the first card. I kind of set this backwards. Oh gosh. There we go. Now I got it. Yeah. So the card after the 6 of Swords was the Pentacles. This is what it was. I had it on the table down wrong. How I lined it up. Oh wow. Wait, hold on. So this was the Pentacles was the first card that I put down. The 2 of Pentacles is underneath that. I'm telling you, you're juggling, and both of them. And what was before the 2 of Pentacles was the 6 of Swords. You're doing a lot of transitioning. You're walking away from the bullshit. I'm sorry. Look, this is my 3rd time doing this. I'm still learning, okay? Bear with me, y'all getting the message. Still. 3 of Pentacles. Now I think you're joining the spiritualists. You're becoming a spiritual person. You're starting to learn. You're starting to work with other people and join into the community of how we see. Here we go. See the truth. You want to join in the community of people unveiling the truth, living in their truth, living in honesty, right? And speaking it. You're speaking it amongst other people. You're speaking it amongst a community. You could be a speaker now. Once you finally made that decision to stop juggling both worlds. All right. That's 6 cards. Now, if y'all want to get the next 6 cards, go on to my Patreon. The link is below in the description box. And you can also go to my website to get the link to my Patreon, www.tiffaneetarot.com. Now, I'm going to pull out a deck. The Work Your Light Oracle deck. And we're going to see at the bottom of the deck, after I shuffle, we're going to, let's see, which deck should I get? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to shuffle, right? The overall energy of this reading for the Libras. What's the advice for the Libras regarding this message? I'm going to show y'all what the bottom of the deck is, right? And that's going to be like the prominent energy of this reading. And on Patreon, I'm going to actually draw out some cards to see what the message is. Right, so we're going to finish the main reading, finish the tarot reading we just did, and then we're going to get an overall energy or advice for y'all with this deck. What advice do we have for the Libras regarding this reading? What advice do we have for the Libras regarding this reading? Yes. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? I told you. Transitioning, you're walking away from something that no longer serves you. A lifestyle or a frame of thought or a mind thought or a belief. You're walking away from a belief and you're transitioning into truth. Like this the swords. Truth is communication. Truth is logical thinking. Truth is communication. Swords. Keep saying truth. Swords, it's either truth or lies. It's all about how you think, right? And it's telling you look in the mirror. You probably looked in yourself in the mirror and you saw that instead of living in victimhood, you are taking accountability for how your life went. And everything in your life went how it went for a reason, to build you up to get to this point in your life and to be who you're supposed to be. All those pieces in your life that happened is coming together. You felt like you're maybe you got to a point in your life where you felt broken. Well, now everything's coming together. Now you're realizing how the reason why everything happened in your life the way it did was pieces to build you up to become this whole, right? You're stopping yourself from living in victimhood. So now you can see the truth and reality, the truth and beauty of reality. Oof, Libras. Ooh, I know I ain't gonna get to be likes on this because I know a lot of y'all are like, what the fuck? But this is the journey that I'm on. So I'm attracting people who are like this to help them get to this level and help all of us out to get even higher up. Alright, Libras. Like I said, subscribe to my channel. Like this video, comment below, let me know how this resonates. Click the link on my description box for my website, tiffaneetarot.com, and go to my Patreon to get the rest of this reading. Alright guys, I'll see you next time.